If you've been using Suno for more than 5 minutes, you've probably experienced Suno Roulette. You type in a prompt, hit create, and hope for the best. Sometimes it's great, but most of the time, it's not exactly what you heard in your head. Today, we're changing that. We're moving from being gamblers to being directors. I'm going to show you a high-control workflow that uses meta tags and styles to engineer a song from the ground up. We're going to learn how to build a track in stages, refine it, and then completely transform its genre without losing the soul of the music. The biggest mistake people make is putting lyrics in the lyric box right away. We aren't going to do that. Instead, we're going to use the lyric box to build the bones of the song using meta tags in brackets. Think of this as the architectural blueprint. Let's start with a live example. Imagine we want a chill, lo-fi track. In the lyric box, I'm not writing words. I'm writing a map. I'll type intro, dusty vinyl crackle, slow electric piano. And then, for starting with the verse, let's add some subtle boom-bap drums. Mention that within square brackets. And I will go ahead defining emotions for the vocals in each section as well. Let's follow it up by lush synth pads with a melodic bass line for the chorus, drums to drop at the bridge, and finally, fade out with piano melody for the outro. Every section is explained within square brackets to guide Suno. By doing this, I'm telling Suno exactly when to introduce new instruments and when to change the energy. I'm not leaving the timing up to the AI. I'm directing the arrangement. Now we move to the style box. Most people just throw a few keywords here. We're going to use a technical formula. Here we want to define 5 specific categories: genre, instrumentation, BPM, mood, and mix. Let's refine our lo-fi example. Instead of just typing lo-fi, I'm going to enter a technical spec sheet. I'll write genre, lo-fi, hip-hop x chill-hop. Instrumentation, Rhodes piano, sampled drums, upright bass. BPM, 85 BPM. Mood, nostalgic, rainy day, cozy. And for the mix, I'll specify warm, analog saturation, narrow stereo width.
Steam rising from the ceramic rim. The light outside is getting dim. Raindrops tracing lines on the glass, watching the city shadows pass. No rush to be anywhere at all, just the hum of the fridge in the hall. Drifting in the slow lane, walking through the soft rain. Nothing but a lo-fi state of mind.
When I hit create, the result isn't just kind of lo-fi. It's exactly 85 beats per minute. It has the specific piano sound I asked for, and the mix feels warm and analog because I defined those parameters. This is how you get professional-sounding results. Now, let's say the AI gave us a great beat, but it keeps adding a high-pitched flute that we hate. This is where most people give up and start over. We aren't going to do that. We're going to use Subtractive Control. First, look for the More Options tab and find the Exclusion box. This is your no list. I'll type flute, high-pitched synths, vocals. No need to type as no flute. That might negate the exclusion. So this tells Suno, I like what you're doing, but keep these specific things out of it. Next, we look at the sliders. If I don't want the song to sound weird or messy, I'm going to turn the weirdness slider down to about 10 or 15%. This makes the AI more predictable. Then I'll move the style influence slider up to 70 or 80%. This forces the AI to listen more closely to those technical tags we wrote in the style box. Okay, so let's try a new live example, an indie folk track. I'm using the same of my previous lyrics, but guiding with meta tags to build an indie folk vibe this time with some acoustic rhythm. My style box says, acoustic guitar, stomps, claps, 110 BPM, using the same format as before. But here, I don't want Suno adding an electric bass. I'll go to the exclusion box, type electric bass, turn up the style influence, and hit create again. Now, the AI has no choice but to give me the pure acoustic sound I'm looking for.
rising from the ceramic rim. The light outside is getting dim. Raindrops tracing lines on the glass. Watching the city shadows pass. No rush to be anywhere at all. Just the hum of the fridge in the hall. Drifting in the slow lane. Walking through the soul.
Yeah, that sounds great. Next, let's explore transforming the genre of our song. This is the pro secret. Once you have a 60-second instrumental that you love, you can reskin it using the cover feature. This is how you take a melody from one genre and move it into another. Let's take that indie folk track we just made, the one with the acoustic guitar and the stomps. I'll click Remix Edit and select Cover. Now, I'm going to completely rewrite the style box. I'll delete the folk tags and type in the same format, but for 80s synthwave genre, a completely different vibe. I'm going to change the lyrics tags to align with the genre as well, now beginning with some synth arpeggios. But for exclusions, I will need an electric bass, so I'm going to type distorted vocals instead. We will keep the sliders as they are and hit Create. Because I'm using the cover tool, Suno will try to keep the core melody and rhythm of my folk song, but it will replace the acoustic guitar with neon synths and the stomps with 80s drum machines.
Raindrops tracing lines on the glass.
There it is. This allows you to explore the vibe of a song across different universes. It's an incredibly powerful way to find the perfect fit for a melody. Stop playing Suno Roulette. Start directing your music. If you follow this step-by-step process, you'll find that you spend less time hitting Create and more time actually making music that sounds exactly the way you want it to. If you want more tips on meta tags, style formulas, and engineering better songs faster, hit subscribe to my channel. There's a lot more to uncover, and I don't want you to miss the next breakthrough. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next one.